To shield my wife from her family's relentless barbs, I took a risk that could either finally protect her or ignite a holiday firestorm. My wife, 25F, and I, 27M, are trying to make plans for the holidays, and this year she really wants to spend Christmas with her family. The problem is her family isn't very nice to her. They pick on her a lot, often with backhanded comments disguised as jokes. Her brothers are the worst offenders, but her dad occasionally joins in too. So without telling my wife, I decided to text her mom, 52F, dad, 51M, and brothers, 22M, 28M, 30M. I told them we were excited to celebrate Christmas with them, but I also asked them to please keep their snarky comments to themselves. I specifically mentioned that remarks calling her immature, dumb, or annoying are unnecessary, rude, and genuinely hurt her feelings. Her dad's response was that my wife has always been a bit sensitive and that this is just the way things are with siblings. This whole exchange got back to my wife when her mom sent her screenshots of the texts. My wife then told me to please not create any more drama during the holidays. Here's why I felt compelled to send that text. The porch goose. Last Christmas, my wife received a porch goose, which she had specifically asked for. She was absolutely thrilled, excitedly talking about all the clothes she wanted to make for it. Her brother, however, rolled his eyes and called her immature. She immediately became embarrassed and visibly sad. This kind of dismissive behavior happened several more times as she opened gifts. Later, when I tried to encourage her by asking to see some patterns for the goose's clothes, she just got embarrassed again and said she didn't want to talk about it. I want to point out that she works full-time as a nanny and housekeeper for 3 kids, so even if a porch goose were considered immature, she certainly has an excuse to enjoy something lighthearted. Dumb comments. Her brothers will sometimes just randomly call her dumb. For example, at her family's 4th of July get-together, she and one of her brothers were having a lively debate about roundabouts. He abruptly shut down the conversation by saying he doesn't argue with people who didn't go to college. She barely spoke another word the rest of the night, even after we got home. Weight shaming. My wife lost a significant amount of weight a few years ago. Despite this, her family constantly comments on her food choices, how much or how little she eats. Every few months, supposedly to keep her on track. They remind her that most people who lose weight eventually gain it all back. Despite all this, most of the time her family is pleasant to be around. It just seems like they can't help themselves. They always need to make these little digs at her. When either of us tries to say, "Don't say that," the response is always, "It's just a joke," or "You're reading too much into it." It's incredibly hard for me to witness when I try to discuss it with her. She usually shuts down or simply says, "That's just how my family is." I just can't bear to spend another holiday watching her try to brush off their hurtful comments. Now, according to my wife, my mother-in-law, father-in-law, and brothers-in-law are all furious with me. They claim I've already ruined Christmas in October. Perhaps I should have left this up to my wife, but I know she would never have confronted them herself. So, AITA for telling my in-laws not to pick on my wife. When does the desire for family tradition outweigh personal peace, especially during the holidays? How would you advise this couple to navigate such a painful dilemma?